Good morning, preppers and procrastinators. So it's just about hunting season, and a friend of mine calls and says that he wants to go shooting. What day am I available? He's off Thursday through Saturday. Next week is hunting season, but I'm going to take Thursday and I'm going to go shooting with him. He says to me, I'm looking to test my Mark 22 and 7.62 as soon as I get it this week. And I think, oh, that sounds cool. I don't know what a Mark 22 is, but I've been sitting on a gun and I'm going to show off. So I tell my friend, I'll bring my SCAR and test that out as well. Now I'm thinking, cool, everybody loves a SCAR. Then I look up what a Mark 22 is. This dude's bringing a Barrett MRAD, chambered in 7.62. The one time you show up with a SCAR and you hear, wah, wah, wah. At any rate, Thursday should be a pretty interesting day, so I need to get my rifle ready to go. First things first, we're going to give it a pair of legs with an Outtake bipod. Then we need to take the cantilever base off of our Arken SH4. And we're going to match that to this new Arken EP8, which is Arken Optics entry into the LPVO, the low power variable optic. Which means it's time for our scope mounting trick. This is a Stabila Pocket Pro. And using the Real Avid Master Vice micro adjustment knob, I can get the mount level and the bubble dead centered. I'm just going to get this generally centered in the mount. Put our caps back on in the correct orientation. And for now I'm just starting all the screws. And then taking up slack, but not even finger tight. Just when it's time to actually tighten up the caps, I don't want a whole lot of travel in the screws. But still able to rotate the optic within the mount. Remove the turret cap. Add our level to the optic. And rotate. So that optic is level with the bubble dead centered. Time to start tightening down. So real quickly, I'm going to line up the gaps on the mounting caps and just snug these down, keeping the optic level. Okay, all the slack has been taken out, and now I'm going to switch to a torque wrench. The torque measurement is right here on these Arken caps at 18 inch-pounds, and I verified with the optic that is the same. We're going to start at 10 inch-pounds and we'll work our way up to 18 inch-pounds. Torque these in a crisscross applesauce pattern. Still level. Add our final torque of 18 inch-pounds. Still level. Add a verification torque to everything. When I do this final torque, I go in a straight pattern to make sure that I didn't miss anything while crisscrossing and messing up my pattern. Verify that we are still level, and then verify that your mounting base is still level. Level and level. So this optic should be good to go to mount on the rifle. Reinstall your turret cap, and then with some YouTube magic, have this magically appear onto your rifle. When you go to torque down any optic mount, you want to make sure that you're pushing forward in the Picatinny rail. As you shoot your rifle, the force of the recoil, if your optic is not mounted all the way forward, will force it forward and move your zero. So two important factors when you're mounting your optic is, do you have access to your backup iron sights? And when you take up your firing position, how is your eye relief? So on this one, if I back my head up, my eye relief is better. So I'm going to move this one slot forward on the Picatinny rail. Okay, I've made that adjustment. Time to line up again. So now I am set up roughly 53 feet away from that target. So that's about 18 yards. Nowhere near a zero distance. So I want my scope to dial in over this red dot. I'm just to the right and above. So I'm going to move our red dot to the left, about there. Okay, that silhouette is about 3 inches. I'm going to shoot about 3 inches low here because the trajectory of the bullet still has not gone up. Your sight and your barrel are not exactly parallel. Your sight aims down. The further out you go, the higher you lift your barrel. Your barrel is never flat when you're shooting, or level. And I think that will at least get us on paper at a 25 or 50 yard target. Now that our optic is generally boresighted, we're going to go ahead and install the muzzle brake adapter for the suppressor. I left the locking nut on from the Scar muzzle brake so that I can line this up with one of the tines on the bottom for recoil management. Alright, so that muzzle brake is aligned with the rifle level. And while the rifle's level, I should try one more thing. That optic is also level. So with these installs complete, I think I'm ready to go shooting. The only thing I want to check before I go is where the adjustable gas block should be for a suppressor. Gas regulator in suppressed position is 10 o'clock. So 12 o'clock straight up is unsuppressed or standard position. It freely clicks over counterclockwise to the 10 o'clock position, and that is the suppressed position. Easy to get in and out of. All right, well, we will set that in the suppressed position. Put the front sight down. Put this away till we're ready to go fire on Thursday. It is not going to fit in the safe with this Accutech bipod on. All right, real quick before I put this away, I'm going to install a foregrip on it. So I'd be interested in the comments section down below to see if you'd be more excited to have a Scar 17S semi-automatic or a Barrett MRAD bolt action in 7.62x5.1 or 308. Well, for today, that's all she wrote. Thank you guys for watching. Comment down below which gun you'd be happier with. Get your turret. What the fuck? Okay, well that's twice now I've sent that turret cap flying, and I don't know where the hell it went.